Okay, so this is part 3 of Unit 4. Let's continue working on page 46. We have an article here that we're going to read, but before we read it, I want you to think about what is a vegetarian. Yes. Um, Also, I want you to, if you know, a vegetarian is a person that doesn't eat meat, and I want you to send an audio in the WhatsApp group that we have on next Friday, and I want you to explain why some people decide to be a vegetarian or a vegan. Okay, send that in the group. That will count as participation. Okay, so now I will give you time to read this article, A Change of Habit. Read it, and we will continue doing the exercises on the next page. I will pause the video now. You can pause the video now, and you can do that. Are you ready? Let's go to exercise number 1, vocabulary. Work with a partner and discuss these questions about phrasal verbs and use a dictionary if necessary. What is the difference in meaning between pick a book up and pick a language up? Which meaning is idiomatic and which meaning is literal? Idiomatic means that it's something that you understand but doesn't mean the same word by word. For example, helping you with this, pick a book up is when you take a book with your hands, you grab it, and you lift it from the table, from your desk, from your backpack. You're picking a book up. But pick a language up is when you start learning a language. For example, when you moved to the United States and you didn't study much English, but you're still learning the language because you're being exposed to other people, to the TV, to the newspaper, and to your surroundings. So when you're learning the language, you're picking it up, and in this case, the meaning is idiomatic. It's not literal, it's idiomatic. But in the other one, in pick a book up, this is a literal meaning because you're grabbing the book, picking it up. Okay? So I already explained you letter A. Continue with letters B, C, and D. What is the difference in meaning between I gave up and I gave my independence up? Which verb is transitive and which verb is intransitive? Okay. C. Look something up is transitive and separable. Which of the following patterns is not possible? I looked up the word, I looked the word up, I looked up it, and I looked it up. Letter D. Look into something is transitive and not separable. Which of these patterns are not possible? I looked into the matter, I looked the matter into, I looked into it, and I looked it into. Okay, you can pause the video to complete the exercise. Okay, let's check the answers. Okay, it's loading. A. I already explained you this one. Letter B. I give up is intransitive. It doesn't take an object. The meaning to stop doing something is idiomatic. I gave my independence up is transitive. The object is independence and the meaning is literal. Letter C. I looked up, it is not possible. When a phrasal verb is separable, like the particle that is an adverb, and the object is a pronoun, the pronoun always goes between the verb and the particle. Okay, so this one is not possible. And the I looked the matter into and I looked it into are not possible. In this case, the phrasal verb is not separable. Yes, because the particle is a preposition and the object always comes after the particle, so be careful here. This one is an inseparable phrasal verb, and this one can be separated. Okay? So, identify all the phrasal verbs in the article on page 46. More phrasal verbs. Remember that the phrasal verb is something like this: pick up, give up, look something up, look into. Verbs that are composed of more than one word. So identify all of these verbs in page 46 and for each one decide if the meaning is literal or idiomatic, if the verb is transitive or intransitive, and if the transitive verb is separable or not separable. Okay? So you can pause the video and look in the article for all of those verbs. Okay, let's check the answers. So the phrasal verbs from the article are pick something up. This one is literal, it's transitive, and separable. Pick something up, idiomatic, that is to learn. Transitive, separable. Look into something, it's idiomatic, that means to investigate, so the meaning is not literal. Look into something. It's transitive, it's non-separable. The verb hang out is idiomatic, that means to spend time with people. Hang out, like hanging out with your friends, with your family. It's intransitive because it doesn't have a particle, it doesn't have an object. Yes, not like here, like pick something up. This one is transitive because it has a particle here, but not this one. But you can say hang out with my friends, but it's not part of this, not hang my friends out, that's not right. Hang out with someone. So yes, it's intransitive and it's non-separable. You cannot separate hang something out, that's wrong. Number 2. Use an appropriate phrasal verb from the article to rewrite the underlined phrases in the sentences below. And here we have underlined phrases. Jessica loves meat and fish. She's afraid that she won't be able to stop eating these foods. The correct answer here, replacing this, she won't be able to give them up. Okay? Continue with letters B to E. You can pause the video and do it in the notebook. Ready? Don't forget to send me your answers via Edmodo. B. Richard told Jessica to look into. But you pick it up as you go. Find it hard to hang out with vegans. Richard advised Jessica to look it up. Are any of these okay, sorry, it's this one. Number 3. Complete the sentences by putting the object pronoun in parentheses in the correct position. So now this one, you have to put it in the correct place. I quit using the cell phone in gas stations when I saw an ad about it. It really put off, but you have to use me. So It really put me off, and that's where it should go. Okay, so I already helped you with letter A. Continue with letters B to F. Remember to first look for the separable phrasal verbs and put them and put the pronouns in the correct space. I will pause the video and you can do the exercise. Are you ready? Let's check the answers together. B. I always seem to come down with it. C. It usually takes me forever to shake it off. It's a shame I don't take after him. I just don't feel up to it. My kids wear me out. Okay? Let's continue. The speaking activity will also be programmed to do it we'll be programmed to do it later in a Skype session next week to practice speaking. Be sure to take a look here at the phrasal verbs that we just saw in the article. Come down with something is when you become sick. Feel up to something when you feel strong enough to do something. Put something off is when you make someone dislike something. Shake something off is when you get rid of something like an illness, something that you don't want with you anymore. Take after somebody, be like an older relative. For example, when you have the same behavior as your mother, as your father, your grandfather, as an older relative, you take after him. That means that you are like them. And wear somebody out is when you make somebody feel very tired. For example, when you're with your kids and at the end of the day you feel really tired because they're asking you questions and they want attention, etc. Okay, so with this we have completed the activities for Unit 4. What I want to also ask you is to do the following activities. As I already explained to you, send me an audio to the WhatsApp group next Friday answering this. Why do some people become vegetarians or vegans? Just a short answer, I don't know, 10-15 seconds. Also, all your written activities from all the unit, please upload them to Edmodo by Friday, April the 3rd. Yes, all the exercises that you have done from the book, from the notebook, just be sure to take a clear picture or scan them if you have a scanner. And if you're doing it in the notebook, include the number of the page, the name of the exercise, and the number of the exercise. For example, page 47, vocabulary exercise 3, and that way I can recognize which exercise you're sending me. And also start working on your portfolio for the second partial. We're going to start with the workbook. Take a look at your workbooks. Page 16, I want you to do all the 5 grammar exercises. Pages 17 to 18, vocabulary exercises 1, 2, 5, 6, and 8. And finally, for page 19, the listening exercises 1, 2, and 3. I will check them on April 25th. And for the listenings of the workbook, I also uploaded them to Edmodo. If you go here to classes, go to the class, folders, and here you have workbook audio, and you have the tracks. Here you can sort them by name. There, 15, 16, 17, and 18. If you look at the book, it says the number of track that you need to access. And for example, if you want to listen to track 15, you do the same as we did with the class audio. Download, and you can start listening.
Track 15. A.
I definitely don't feel up to it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for joining me in this unit, and I hope these videos have been helpful to you. Send me feedback if there's something that you didn't like on the videos, something that you want me to improve. And well, thank you very much for your time. I hope this helps you out, and let's continue next week with unit number 5. Thank you very much.